holding you back as an artist? But I'm gonna show you exactly how you can put an end to that today. We've all said it after spending an eternity on something that came out looking like we painted it with our feet. I'm never painting leaves again. I'm never painting feathers again. I'm never painting water again. I'm never painting whatever difficult thing that challenged you again.
Dishwasher's full.
Then run it.
I don't even know where the soap is.
It's under the sink.
Which one do I use?
The little squares, they're white and blue.
Come on. Make it clean.
Why is chicken in the dishwasher?
He was helping.
This isn't dishwasher soap.
You said the blue and the white one.
I said the blue and the white square.
Almost square. You know I'm bad at this.
I get it. There was a point early in my career where I had just accepted I'm not good at drawing people. I wasn't wrong. I was terrible at it. Seriously, it was enough for me to question my career path. My solution was, I'm not good at it, so it's just not for me. It's not that I didn't want to paint people. I loved the idea. I loved the emotion you could create when you paint or include a person in your work. I really wanted to paint mermaids at the time. They didn't. It wasn't good. I trapped myself in that box and I decided, I'm just not gonna paint people. I'm bad at it. You know what I accomplished? Nothing. I didn't improve on the very thing I needed to improve on to reach my goals. I kept painting things I was already good at, things I was comfortable with. Now, lucky for me, I came across an artist who showed me what I was capable of, that encouraged me to do more than what I was doing. And I hope to do that for you today.
Wait, I see you were about to skip this video thinking,
I already know what you're gonna say, just practice that thing more.
no, it's more than that. That's not helpful. Well, it's a little helpful, but I have something very specific. You can start an action. You can start today that is going to make a difference for you. The first thing you want to do when there's an area in your work that is just really difficult is to pinpoint exactly what it is that isn't working. Is it the perspective, the proportions, the shape? Is it the values, the movement? What looks bad? You can't just say, I'm bad at hair. What about the hair isn't coming out right? Once you can identify what's going wrong, and usually it's multiple areas, check all that apply in that box, you can start focusing on those specific things. For the purpose of this video, we're going to say the problem is with feathers. They just always come out looking messy or like fish scales. You can change out feathers for anything that you struggle with. When you know that there's a problem, I wouldn't jump into doing a full scene where you're painting a background like this one. Simplify. I'm going to show you how in a moment, but the reason that we don't want to spend too much time on the parts you're already good at, that you're already comfortable with, is that if you get that perfect background, it looks beautiful, your plants, everything in the background is great, that part being so good is very likely to make you hesitant to experiment with ways to improve your trouble areas or just stop altogether. We often don't move forward in our work because we're afraid to mess up parts of the work we've already done. So instead, I recommend spending the time doing studies on the very thing that's plaguing you. Great, you've pinpointed your actual problem areas. Now what? You can simply practice that thing over and over again, but I already told you I've got more for you than that. Charcoal studies. Yes, I'm on the charcoal train again, but this time with a new caboose. Wow, that was cheesy. Moving on. If you're already good at backgrounds, don't spend your time practicing on that. Instead, focus on the very thing you're having trouble with. In this case, we're still using feathers as that example, so let's jump into this little sparrow. Why charcoal specifically? It's gotta be the fastest medium out there. I can get 8 practice studies drawn in the time I would get halfway through one colored pencil study. This allows me to learn from a mistake, try again fresh, learn from mistakes, try again fresh, multiple times, speeding up the progress of learning. I'm going to get better faster because I'm getting more work done in a small amount of time. A quick tip, which does need its own video, and we will soon have that, is don't keep repeating the same mistakes. After each sketch, really look at it and pinpoint the exact areas you want to improve on next time. Are the feathers too stiff? Do they need more movement? Then those are the things you want to focus on next. Maybe it's your values. Speaking of values, you may be thinking, wait, what if my problem is color? Charcoal is black and white, that's not gonna help. The problem with your art is almost never your color choice. Okay, maybe not never, but close. Usually the problem is in your values. Light's light enough, dark's dark enough, and getting your drawing in various elements shaped accurately. The minute you drop the whole, I just need to know the right color idea, your work is going to start improving like you wouldn't believe. The point of the charcoal is that it's fast and it forces you to focus on those values. Don't worry so much about the tiny details, but instead focus on the general shape, layering, direction, movement of the feathers. You want to start focusing on your reference photo and what it's telling you, it has all your answers. All the information you need is right there in that reference photo. You just need to teach your brain to see what's there. Our brains like to try to override what the reference photo is telling us. It'll tell you, I know what a feather looks like. We don't even need to look at that reference photo, and your end result now looks like a weird fish. So look at your reference photo. And there is a myth out there that you hear a lot, that to be a good artist, you need to be able to work without looking at a photo. Whoever came up with that, well, look at their art. They will prove to you they're not good themselves. If you are going for photorealism, you're going to either be looking at a photo or you're going to be looking at a live model, but you're going to be looking at something. We don't paint from memory, so don't even worry about that. Get your good reference photo and really look at it. Look how the feathers overlap. Look where the shadows are hitting. Look how they curve around the body so that the body looks more three-dimensional. Maybe feathers aren't your challenge area, but leaves or grass are. It's the same thing. Look how they overlap, how they change direction. It's all the same. Look at the abstract shapes. Really focus on that. And variation is a big deal too. It's very easy to make a brush stroke or two where you think, wow, the feather looks awesome, so I'll just keep repeating the same stroke over and over again. Nope. Just know, watch how they constantly change direction. That's really important. The direction that the feathers are moving in determine the underlying bone and muscular structure. So if you start making them go in weird directions, you will distort the subject.
Time to get Dad out of laundry, chicken. No laundry for Dad.
When you start avoiding all of the things that you're not good at, you really go stagnant in your art. And then you grow mosquitoes. No one likes mosquitoes. Step out of the mosquito box, start doing some studies, start doing some smaller areas where you're really focusing on your very specific trouble areas. You will see a huge improvement in your artwork. Did you like the colored pencil and charcoal video that you saw here? If you would like to follow along with those tutorials, I've got both of those available for you over at Patreon. For as little as $4 a month, you get access to all of my longer tutorials. I've been making lessons there for over 7 years. So that is over 300 videos you get immediate access to when you sign up for $4 a month. That is just such a crazy price for how much you get. On my newer videos, I am now including downloadable steps that will help you follow along with the lesson even easier. Head over to patreon.com to sign up, or if you want to see my Patreon video library, check out what's available, you can head over to my website. The link is in the video description. Did you enjoy this video? Then you'll probably like this video where I give you 6 tips on drawing with charcoal.
Why is chicken in the dryer?